Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
Paul Legron, one of those impacted neighborhoods, the Standard apartment complex in Clearwater. We first showed you this video last week of law enforcement rescuing over 500 people from those flooded apartments.
Yeah, parts of a nearby Best Buy parking lot turned into an unofficial donation site and even a shelter for people flooded out of their apartments. But now things are finally getting back to normal.
ABC Action News reporter Michael Paluska tonight explaining how citizens are taking charge and why some people are reluctant to go to a Red Cross shelter.
These Standard apartments here in Clearwater were flooded. In fact, 500 rescues took place here. The entire bottom floor of 100 units gutted, water all the way up to the ceiling in some areas. So a lot of people have literally walked across the street to this grassy area in a Best Buy parking lot, and they've turned this into their homes. They've been sleeping here for the past 6 days, and we're told that some people are scared to go to the shelter because they're Hispanic, may not have papers. So now there's a big push to get them to safety and also get them the supplies they need. They lost everything. Dormiendo aquí, si hay lluvia, you're sleeping here, but if there's rain. This is now where Jocelyn Diaz and Marilyn Garcia and their kids now sleep since their apartments flooded during Hurricane Milton. Every car with an X on it flooded. Both lost theirs. Every day they tell me their kids ask, where are they going to live? Especially Diaz's 10-year-old son.
The hurricane is not good because in my house, I don't have more house.
The families told me they simply don't want to go to a shelter personally because they want a more stable environment for their kids. The Red Cross is saying, however, some people are learning about false rumors spreading about those shelters that are absolutely not true. They now have Spanish-speaking advocates on the ground to help guide families.
People are coming up and asking, who's in charge, and nobody's in charge.
Good Samaritan Kim Falker personally rented a U-Haul to get all the supplies dropped at the Best Buy at this unofficial drop location because we're told that managers at the store felt things were getting out of control.
We've got a ton of donations. So.
What's in here?
Oh my gosh. Anything you can think of.
Did you hear that? I guess they might have to leave this location.
That was our understanding. Yep, and like I said, that's fine wherever they're going. If there's going to be people there that are hungry and need water and other sorts of assistance, we're going to be there as well for them.
Diaz tells me her son was scared the other night, so they ended up sleeping back in their flooded apartment. She says it was a big mistake with no water, electricity was extremely hot, full of mold, and the stench was horrible. How many people have been sleeping here? So they will be outside until someone can convince them that the right shelter is safe for their family. In Clearwater with photojournalist Reed Moeller, Michael Paluska.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. This is your humble servant, Big Levi. And today is October the 18th, 2024, and it's currently 11:37 a.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. Great glory, thank you for being here, beloved. It is good to be here. All praise to the Most High. Yes, indeed, the Holy Spirit is in the midst of us. Yes, indeed, the angels are all over, and they are encamping around our house, around us, and protecting us from all those calamities and cataclysms that are going around the world. Before we proceed to the program, we have a few of the tabs over there, and of course a few of the TikTok videos we are going to filter through the eyes of the Holy Spirit. Of course, we would like to announce that the 30th of October, I believe somewhere around Halloween, and so we are going to begin another 7-day fast. This 7-day fast will end on November the 5th. The reason why we are starting this 7-day fast is for our people, the 1% that are in the midst of us, to do not vote. The fast will be named the Do Not Vote Fast. You ain't gonna get my energy, and I'm not going to willingly give you my blessing. I'm not going to consent and give you none of that. So, to our people out there, for those of you that been called to do this, we are going to start a holy fast on October the 30th, which is going to be a Wednesday if I'm not mistaken. You know what, let's just double check for the people. We are having a holy fast coming up October the 30th, ended on November the 5th. The reason why we are ended it on November the 5th, it is because that's when the election is supposed to take place, so to speak. So it's gonna start in the 30th, which is Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that this one. 30th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's gonna end it on Tuesday the 5th, which is the last day or the day for the election, and they're going to give the results. So we will start the fast on that day, and if they give the results, we will end it the fast. If they don't, they proceed to the next day, we will continue the fast. So it's gonna be a 7-day water fast, sun up to sundown. Join us. We're not gonna vote for either side, and we don't care which side that wins, left one, right one, we don't care. We are not going to give up our blessing. This is just a little announcement for the people. Okay, give the mighty one great praise, great glory. If you wish to participate in this fast with us, we'll do it together. Now, Hurricane Milton aftermath. For those of you who already know, the hurricanes, the storms, the flood, the natural disasters, what they are calling, or they claim to be climate change, or nothing but angelic activities, angelic being removing and sweeping those people off the land on the behalf of the children of the Most High, God Almighty, the one that they abused, violated, raped, robbed, and murdered, and never said anything about it. This is the last time. This is the last straw. This is the last day. This is the last second, the last minute. This is the last of it. There ain't gonna be no rapture. There ain't gonna be no do-over, and there ain't gonna be no government come and save you. Your church did not save you in 2020. Therefore, they will not save you 2024. Your government did not save you. Well, the whole thing that happened in Asheville, North Carolina, specifically western part of North Carolina, the government wasn't there to stop it, and they are not there to stop it, to repair it, to bring it back to normal, and they ain't gonna do anything. Ever since the eclipse, beloved, on April the 8th of this year, we watch how things degraded. We watch how things take a turn for the worse for 83. Okay, we watch when Pluto got in the midst, which is still indeed in the midst, how stuff get really, really bad for certain people. We watch how the solar flares, the sun, the moon, nature, so to speak, the wind, the animals, people in general, how they act. It's not the same. Things move fast. Not only things move fast, they move abnormally the way that they used to. The other day I was listening to a brother that said, people reported that they sit for what there seems to be 5 to 10 minutes. Come to find out they've been sitting for at least an hour or two. It happened to me, and I'm pretty sure it happened to a lot of you. You think you're all doing this thing for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and it's been an hour or two. For instance, 2025 is right down the corner according to 83's calendar, so to speak. January 31st of this year coming up, 2025, will be our 5th annual of fasting. So we've been doing this fast for half a decade. To me, it doesn't feel like we've been doing this thing for 5 years. To me, it doesn't felt like that. It felt like we've been doing this at least I'll say like maximum 2 years. But we've been doing this for 5 years. This is our fast time going. So therefore, the time for the elect's sake, the Holy One will cut time and speed up everything. That's why you're seeing all of this happening over there. Now, this is Tampa, okay? Of course, we pray, we fast. The hurricane did spare our people. And they're going to do the best that they're going to do in the media to show the faces of some of our people and try to make it. They try to pull another Katrina here, and it ain't gonna work. And we have our own media. We know this is not our Katrina. This is your Katrina. Okay, we're just gonna go into this for a minute or two, and we're going to decipher through the eyes of the Holy Spirit. Okay, all right. Let us keep on moving.
Paul Legron, one of those impacted neighborhoods.
Okay, so they will have clips. Let's enlarge this right quick. They will have clips of our people being rescued. You know, those are the people that are being rescued. But they will not show you the rich side, siesta side, the side that they have all those rich folks that staying there and their houses are being completely and totally destroyed. But they will show you the pictures like this and photos and clips like they played on the loop. Make sure that, hey, those are the people that are suffering. They are not doing this because, of course, for the people that are here watching, they are doing this for the international audience, to show that those are the people that always need to be saved. They are the face of misery. They are the face of helplessness. We are the face of resilience, the face of strength, the face of... We are the savior. We are the hero. And look all the good things we are doing to save those people.
Standard apartment complex in Clearwater. We first showed you this video last week of law enforcement rescuing over 500 people from those flooded apartments.
Yet parts of a nearby Best Buy parking lot turned into an unofficial donation site and even a shelter for people flooded out of their apartments. But now things are finally getting back to normal.
ABC Action News reporter Michael Paluska tonight explaining how citizens are taking charge and why some people are reluctant to go to a Red Cross shelter.
These standard apartments here in Clearwater were flooded.
Okay, they make sure there's a black couple, a black woman and a child in the back, and Sir Michael here in the midst, okay? And they are explaining to you stuff over there about this over there. Hey, look at those people over there. Yeah? Look at them. Yeah, whatever.
In fact, 500 rescues took place here. The entire bottom floor of 100 units gutted, water all the way up to the ceiling in some areas. So a lot of people have literally walked across the street to this grassy area in a Best Buy parking lot, and they've turned this into their homes. They've been sleeping here for the past 6 days, and we're told that some people are scared to go to the shelter because they're Hispanic, may not have papers. So now there's a big push.
Okay, so now you got a bunch of folks that do not have papers, because if they go to the shelter, they'll check them and they're afraid that they'll get arrested, or of course they should, because it's the law down there. It was made into a law, and they don't want to go ahead and do this. Now, one thing is, you will not see those people go to the rich area where rich folks are freaking looting the place, robbing all the rich people, because there's no such thing as a rich 83. It's just a facade. It's just an illusion that they put out there to show the world that, hey, I live in this beautiful house in this suburb, therefore I am successful and I'm rich. When in fact, those people are quite the opposite. All they've been doing is stealing. Those people don't work. They just stole things. They live on stealing on the behalf of helping. They will not show you all those people breaking into other rich people that they know, so to speak, and swagger jack whatever that they have in there. But they will show you things like that.
To get them to safety and also get them the supplies they need. They lost everything. Dormiendo aquí, si hay lluvia, you're sleeping here, but if there's rain. This is now where Jocelyn Diaz and Marilyn Garcia and their kids now sleep since their apartments flooded during Hurricane Milton. Every car with an X on it flooded. Both lost theirs. Every day they tell me their kids ask, where are they going to live? Especially Diaz's 10-year-old son.
Again, they'll do that. They'll make sure they'll put a black kid in there you know, and do this. They'll bring a lot of serfs and vassals and showing that, okay, well, those are the people that need help. They're so stupid and they're weak. They don't have help here, you know. No, we're fine. White folks are fine. It's them that, you know, need help.
The hurricane is not good because in my house, I don't have more house.
The families told me they simply don't want to go to a shelter personally because,
you know, they put black kids, it's everywhere. They will not go into the right areas, okay? But that's fine. That's fine. We know this is all lies. We know what you folks are doing. You're trying their best to try to pin this thing on our people, but it ain't gonna work. Let's move to the next video. Now this is, no wait, hang on. That's in Cape Coral, okay, which is closer where the hurricane landed. This is the aftermath those people are dealing with. Again, they thought or they think this thing is just a fluke. It's just something that happened, and after that they're going to rebuild as usual. There you go.
The Boathouse Tiki Bar and Grill near that Cape Coral Yacht Club goes up in flames. You are looking at drone video of those flames lighting up the late night sky.
And firefighters have been there all night long into this morning as the beloved restaurant is still smoldering. This morning, we're now working to find out how this all happened.
Yeah, Wink News reporter Summer Senni is there live right now. And Summer, tell us what's happening there right now.
Claire, the main concern right now is hotspots, which is why crews have been out here for several hours. Just take a look behind me. You can see that ladder truck is still here. Right now, they're not spraying water, but they have been periodically spraying water since we've been here for about the last hour and a half. Again, just monitoring and watching those hotspots because the fire is 100% contained. Battalion Chief Milliken told me that 3 employees were here closing up for the night when they saw a fire in the kitchen. When they got there, they didn't see a fire. Crews didn't initially, but then all of a sudden the fire grew. The wind, you can probably even see from the trees out here. Chief Milliken told me that it played a huge factor in this fire getting as big as it did. And I want to show you some video of what that fire looks like so you can just see.
Okay. All right. This is their tiki bar, their leisure place, their dainties. They just go over there and relax and chill and have the vacation in there and enjoy the blessing. As you can see, those things are being burnt down because the time of the blessing is done. The 400 years is done. It's time for you folks to get out of here. Here's the thing, beloved. Those folks have no land they can go to. That's the first thing. They have no land they can hide and protect themselves. That's the second stuff. The third thing is they can't stay here. They can't go anywhere. They can't stay. They can't fight. They're gonna have to submit, just like we did. The only way out of this thing is through slavery. That's all. Dialing 988 won't help. You're gonna come back right here. Dialing 988 or just take the easy way out. You're gonna come back right there because you have to pay for this. There's a funny video Mr. Elon Musk uploaded and talking about the universal high income. You know, they come with the more garbage. But anyway, so the blessing is done. There's nothing you people can do about this. All right.
How big it really did get. Just take a look at all of these flames that got up as high as some of these palm trees behind those tiki huts. Just an incredible sight. Fire crews were working to battle the fire for several hours. And then here's another video from a different angle where you can actually see some of the embers coming off of the flames because of that wind. Crews got the call about 10 o'clock last night and the fire raged until 2 this morning. Wink News spoke with Shane Kluge, who ate at the restaurant hours before the flames broke out.
There you go. There you go. Hours before and the whole thing is gone. Let's keep on moving.
And while that number of people without power continues to decrease, a much different situation for river levels. Our team coverage tonight looks at growing concerns as water impedes on more homes. And we start tonight with the Withlacoochee River, which is expected to crest today. According to NOAA, the river reaches flood stage at 12 feet. Well, today that river is expected to crest at 19 feet. Thousands of people in Pasco and Hernando counties, as well as Citrus, have been impacted.
10 Tampa Bay's Hannah Deneen joins us live from Dade City tonight. Hannah, a lot of people say that this was really a shock to them.
And Courtney, this is unprecedented for most people who live in this area. The Withlacoochee has not risen to this height in 90 years. Now, neighbors tell me that normally the river runs under that bridge there, appearing to be more like a stream, but that stream has grown into a lake tonight, swallowing this parking lot behind me. And now people who live in the communities around here who lost everything to this flooding tell me watching this water creep up over the last week has been agonizing.
That's the crazy part about it, Hannah, is...
So those folks, they live on the swamp-like area, and the hurricane came in and they lost everything. Of course, the typical mindset of the 83s, we're going to rebuild, we are strong, we are this. The reason why they were saying those things is because they had insurance and the government was backing them up. The church was telling them, you don't need to do anything because your sin is being washed in the blood of Jesus. You pay. Jesus paid for your sin. Jesus paid for your sin, so you don't have nothing to be worried about and things like that. So now the church is no longer doing this thing, and the government is not there to help them, and their insurance left. So now they're on their own, and suddenly now people want to complain that, okay, well, things getting agonizing and everything is just getting on my nerve. Why this river is just keep rising? Because they thought the hurricane was just going to come and then that said they're going to come back and rebuild. You can't, you won't, and you never will. Not only this is the aftermath of the physical hurricane, there is aftermath of disease. The air, the food, the animals, the mold, and all that stuff.
It didn't happen during the hurricane.
The Withlacoochee River swelling foot by foot, then inch by inch for a week now.
I feel at a loss. I feel there's no control. You can't fight with weather. You can't fight with...
That's the thing. You cannot fight against the Holy One, the Most High God Almighty. You people were very proud. When something happened to us, you guys always coming over there and tell our people, well, why you guys always in misery? Pull yourself by the bootstrap. Stop complaining. You need to fight this. You need to go to school, go to college, get a job. You can fight poverty. You can fight these things that are happening to you. And then now you're experiencing what our people been experienced forever. And you felt like, well, I felt like you can't fight this thing. Whatever you do, it's not going to work. And this is just the prelude. This is how things going to be from now on. It's never going to change. Whatever that you people going to do is going to be against you. All right, let's listen to her again.
For a week now.
I feel at a loss. I feel there's no control. You can't fight with weather. You can't fight with Mother Nature.
Cheyenne Hazen, her fiance, and 3 kids lived in this Dade City.
So you can see the water there and things like. You're never going to be able to fight this, okay? Oh, look at this number over here. 3 plus 7, 10. Michael in the midst. 4 plus 0 plus 8, 12. Michael in the midst protecting the 12. Seems this is like a stars of a pentacle, five pointed stars. But okay, but nonetheless, this is the water here. And again, even if this thing receded, those people come back in there, everything in there is ruined. So they're gonna have to rebuild again. Then it's going to keep happening.
home along the Pasco-Hernando border.
We moved into this house because we loved the property. We loved that it was by a river and we're river people.
Now, after losing everything to this flooding, they plan to start over on higher ground.
I can tell you 100% that we will never have a place near any body of water. Even though this storm was so rare, there's no...
Okay, so now you are seeing a lot of them are saying this. A lot of them like, yo, I'm not going to rebuild here. I'm not going to do this. Not because, oh, well, the weather and stuff like that. No, because of the insurance, because the government, because of the church. Those things are not covering them anymore. So now they are looking for higher ground. Okay, let's say higher ground. Well, the people in Asheville, they were in higher ground. They were actually literally in the mountains. Yet, they suffer the worst, which means we told people you cannot escape this. Most, if not all, the people that move or that were in the area of Western North Carolina, they were of great people. They were the folks that went and hide in the mountain, so when Hish happened in the city, so they will be safe in the mountain. Those were the preppers. Those were the people that were talking smack about like city folk. Oh, well, the city gonna be in trouble when this thing go down. Yeah. The city gonna be in trouble. So those are the people that did horrible things and they fled. They from their own little communities over there. They hide there. I may be alone in this statement, but I was not aware that they had a place or such a place like this called Asheville in Western North Carolina that had a mountain community of it strictly or mostly 83. I was not aware of this fact. Up until this thing happened, we followed the path of the eclipse and the path of all those sundown town. They've been destroyed. So now those people, because of the Holy One is deep, on their trail, the curse is cleaving unto them. They don't talk like that anymore. They don't talk, we will rebuild, we are strong, Tampa strong, this strong, Asheville strong, we will rebuild, because they know, how are you going to rebuild this? How are you going to come there? This happened to you, and then you do this on your own with your own money. And then it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen again. You're no longer under the blessing. That's what that is.
No telling to say if something like this can't happen again.
The historic flooding coming on the heels of Hurricane Milton, the Withlacoochee, which flows north, absorbing rainfall from further south, now pushing it into these backyards.
There's some families that stayed behind, and with the water still cresting, they're changing their mind and wishing to be evacuated now.
Hernando deputies will continue to patrol these
for the life of me. I don't know why folks would want to stay here. It's just those people, their souls cling so much into materialism. You got a place like that are flooded to the brim. The river is cresting up. Leave, go somewhere else. Wait until the water receded, come back. Oh, hell no. I ain't leaving my property. I ain't leaving my stuff. I ain't leaving this. I don't know looter come to my home and dig my stuff. Clatters, are we leaving? Oh, hell no, I'm not leaving. I ain't leaving anything. I ain't here with them Negroes and then see folks come over there and take my stuff. Those are the people. They ain't leaving. We're gonna stay here. We are strong. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Up until the water never receded. Up until the water keep rising, and now their minds are changing. Now they're like, we gotta get out of here. We might not survive this. We gotta get out of here. Wait a minute. After all that you folks saw happen over there in Asheville, you choose to stay? Where are you people sleeping? How do you, what the hell? What do you do? How you get electricity, food, and things like that? How do you stay like that for 2 weeks?
Around the clock until the water recedes.
Some of the people here have evacuated, so we want to make sure that their property is safe, so we're out here patrolling. Yeah, it's going to take several weeks, if not a month, before you'll see it down to probably where it was before.
Okay, so they are patrolling to make sure the properties is safe. From what? From who? Which literally showed you those are the same people that stayed there. They are the one looting and ravaging and killing each other and swagger jacking each other. People don't own boats like that to go out there and then steal things. It is just them. They are staying there to protect their property from their own neighbor. To be kidding me.
People are used to seeing.
Now, long road to recovery, and tonight, the people who live in these communities, they're asking, is there anything that can be done to curb this flooding moving forward? And while, again, this is a rare, nearly unprecedented situation, I am told that Hernando County Commissioners will be meeting next Tuesday to discuss the county's preparedness and response to both Hurricanes Helene and Milton, and discuss what can be done moving forward to curb a worst-case scenario like this. Live in Dade City, Hannah Deneen, 10 Tampa Bay.
Oops.
First responders were sent out.
I just clicked this by accident, but since I see the name Michelle here and Jesse Pagan, that's nice. Jesse, the father of David, Michelle, Michael and the Miss, Imperator or Emperor, Imperative, Pagan, yeah. So, but let's watch this. I was not going to watch that. But.
Out to help get people out of their homes today. As West 2's Haley Crumblehome tells us, the conditions are expected to get worse.
Is it the same clip? No, it's not.
We're in Krumakuchi, not far from the Little Withlacoochee River. And this behind me here, this isn't usually a body of water, it's a road. And boats like this one and this one over here, these are what people are having to use to get to and from their homes. To get to his home in Sumter County Monday, Aaron Mooney had to hitch a ride on an airboat.
A friend of ours gave us a ride on an air.
Again, beloved. Oh, this is a fellow name is Aaron. Again, why would you want to stay here, getting a ride to home? How should people get in there? Are you staying around in a boat or something, or you get in the water? Do you know what's in those water? This is Florida, man. But anyway, let's keep on moving.
Airboat in, and we grabbed our kayaks and kayaked out.
They were able to get their cars out the morning after Hurricane Milton moved through. But he says the water has only gone up since then.
I would say 80% of it is covered in probably about waist deep of water.
What looks like a river is actually the road Mooney lives on. It's not far from the Little Withlacoochee River. Sumter County encouraged people living along the Withlacoochee to evacuate Monday, saying the river levels had passed 11 feet and were still expected to pass 13.
My home's not underwater yet or has water in it. It's probably got about 2 to 4 inches left to go, but it is definitely a serious possibility that I'm going to get flooded out. You know, my yard's already got water in it. My neighbors, a little bit further past me, have water in their homes already.
For those who couldn't kayak out like Mooney.
Okay, like how? Why? I mean, like why? Why would you do this? Why would you want to stay kayaking? 83, man, you people.
Like Mooney, the county sent in help. You could see fire trucks and boats staged in the area Monday to help people evacuate.
They managed to get everybody and their pets out of there safely that wanted to come out. There are a few people that decided to stay back there.
For those who have lived through hurricanes in the area before, the county says the river levels are set to surpass what they reached during Irma.
They're saying it's supposed to get a lot more water, so if it does, then I know we're going to definitely need help, the whole community back here.
Okay, like
the
why?
county says the Withlacoochee River
why?
is set to
Why
reach
am I
major
seeing something like this?
Need help. The whole
people all still with their little canoe and kayak and stuff. Just leave, man. Just leave. They refuse to leave the land. Okay, so this is Hurricane Kirk, okay, and France. All right, October 17th. Now, for those of you who may not know, October 17th, Haitian Emperor, October 17th.
According to Haiti Libre, October 17, 1806, Haiti lost an exceptional man, one who, through his courage, his vision and his unwavering commitment, gave us our freedom. Jean-Jacques Dessalines, through his sacrifices, laid the foundations of a free world but also of the sovereignty of our homeland.
Okay, well, they didn't, refer to him as the emperor, but that was this is the emperor, Jacques Ier, the Haitian emperor. He was assassinated October 17th, which is a great day, okay? All right, so he was assassinated on October 17th. So this is the no, is that Suluk? Yeah, that's the emperor. So let me see if I can zoom in this. See, every time you zoom on this stuff, this thing becomes smaller. Oh yeah. You would have thought zooming in there, but that's the emperor. Let me see if I can get a better picture. This one, they're all small, but that's the emperor, Jacques Ier. The emperor. So he died. Well, he was assassinated and the 18th, October 17th, 1806. So it was the Atlantean soldier that literally decimated the French forces. And all the people, and the battle, it's not the way that, like that. It was like the biblical battle, okay? So when you see this thing happen in France, and the date is October 17th, and you can see this, it's everywhere. This is Kirk, Eric and Kirk, which means church. This is what the church is doing to those people over there. Okay, so this is all those cars. How does what they're gonna do? What they're gonna do here? What they're gonna do? How they're going to rebuild this? How are you going to fight that? Okay, how are you going to fight this? All right, look at this. It's everywhere. Why, you going to leave Florida and go live in France? Okay. All right, look at this. You cannot fight this. Can't fight that. Great blow, man. Look at the strength of the water, man. This is everywhere. It's everywhere. All right, so just to let you know that this is not something that is only in Florida or the US for that matter. It's everywhere. Now, I understand some people might say, but Big Levi, well, what about our people, man? We need to get out of here. We need to go to Africa. We need to go place. I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told our people from whenever we start this thing. I personally ain't going to go nowhere. Because I'm not under judgment. I ain't gonna flee and go hide and leave and oh my God, I go leave and this because the hurricane won't find me here or whatever. If the Most High wants me to move and go some places, for instance, of course, I'm down there in Florida, for South Florida. You do know it's a hurricane-prone place. It's a storm-prone place. If there is a huge storm again that come to Florida, which it will, and I have to evacuate with my family, there are plenty of brothers and sisters that already sent me email and call me and say, Big Levi, if you need a place to stay for a few days, if stuff, you can come in there, chill with us, and wait until this thing go down, and then come back home. I have no problem doing that. But for me to pack up my hish and then go hide in the desert, or go hide in the mountain, go hide under the fear of hurricane, under the fear of this, nah, because I'm not under judgment. I've been running all my life. I'm tired of running. If something gonna have to come and take me now, so be it. I ain't got nothing to lose. What do I have to lose? What do I have? If the only one decided to take me out, so be it. But I ain't gonna run and go hide in places and stuff like that. But anyway, let's keep on moving. Wait, hey, how long we are into this thing? What? Oh, wow. Okay.
Have you ever felt a deep yearning for spiritual growth but didn't know where to start? What if I told you there's a guide that can lead you through every step? Introducing the 8K Family Handbook. This comprehensive guide is your ultimate companion for spiritual empowerment, offering invaluable insights and practical steps to enhance your spiritual journey. What's inside? Perform spiritual background checks. Learn how to assess spiritual energies and protect yourself from negative influences. Connect with your guardian angel. Discover methods to establish a strong, supportive relationship with your guardian angel for guidance and protection. Develop your magical abilities. Unleash your innate magical potential with step-by-step instructions and exercises tailored for all levels. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned practitioner, the 8K Family Handbook provides the tools and knowledge you need to elevate your spiritual practice. Begin your journey to empowerment and enlightenment today. Available now on Amazon.com.
All right, so this is our book. You can go get it on Amazon if you wish. There will be a link in the description, and there is a link in the comment boards. There is a link in the chat play, and it should be on top. You can get this book. This is our book. This is where we put our information. And so if you can get that if you wish to get it. All right, beloved, let's keep on moving.
Already this week on News at 10, we have seen the desperate conditions drought has caused in Africa and in Eastern Asia. But global warming is also turning parts of Europe to desert too. For our latest Running Dry report, we've focused on the Italian island of Sicily, where water is so short and temperatures so high that in July, the Italian authorities declared a state of emergency during the worst drought in 20 years. That meant that some residents have had no running water for more than 4 months. But perhaps most worrying is that every year 120 square kilometers of land becomes desert.
It's mid-October, but a fiery Sicilian sun is still blasting the central piazza in the town of Caltanissetta. No autumn respite here for the parched municipal fountains. Its water spouts long since run dry. But it's not just the fountains. An angry march descends on the offices of the local water company with one simple demand: we want water. The town's mayor tries to reassure them the pipes will soon be full again, but he convinces few.
Non sono sostitutivi all'acqua, un aiuto.
Patrizia Gelsomino took us to the home she shares with her elderly mother and severely disabled son.
Mamma mia, quando la fai complicata.
It's been a while since they've had running water.
Da 144 giorni sino.
So what you are seeing here is the demise of 83. One side of the planet, so to speak, they are getting flooded, they are getting drowned. And the other side, they are getting burned. There is no water, it's dry, and they are complaining to their leaders, their prince, their kings, their mayors, their government, their priests, and there's nothing they can do about it. This is in the Sicilian island, okay?
144 days, she tells me. Undrinkable water for washing and toilets is delivered by lorry to a cistern in the garden.
Oh, water. Sì.
They're still waiting for this week's delivery at a punishing €150 a time.
Tempo a ottobre così caldo.
This hot in October? Never, never, never. Last year was warm, but this year is too much. This drought is really killing us.
Quest'anno è pesante. Questa siccità, vero, ci sta uccidendo.
The decaying pool, unfilled for 5 years now, a throwback to a Sicily long gone. We found a water lorry filling the tank at a bakery in the centre of town. Once again, not drinking water. Owner Valentina Svalanga must use expensive bottled water to make bread and pastries. The cost is slowly killing her business.
Again, that's what the Holy One is doing. He's making it to a place or to such a degree now they are unable to survive. They're gonna have to work harder and harder, spend more money. And those people don't do hard work. They can't do hard work. They don't do hard life. And they're going to crack. This is a terrible thing here, man. This is a horrible thing. But this is what it is. This isn't just happening in the US only. It's all over. It's in Italy. It's in all over Europe, Africa, Asia. It's everywhere.
I have 10 employees. I've been told if I don't have water, I'll have to close. The bank doesn't care that I don't have water. It doesn't care that I employ 10 people.
It's going to take more than a few rain showers to bring relief to Valentina and this town, because this is the reservoir that serves Caltanissetta. All that remains is a muddy sludge at the bottom. Just a year ago, these medieval ruins were underwater. Not anymore.
Okay, when they're talking about medieval ruins were underwater, those were black towns. Those were our places where our people live, and then they flooded it out. They built their dam there, they're covering it because they can't explain it. That's what they do. They go around, they build around it, and then they flooded it out. And next thing you know, there was a town there. You know, if this thing had anything to do with them or have any resemblance to what they looks like, they would have portrayed it, they would have put it out there for the entire world to see it. But when it comes to our stuff, they just flooded it out, okay?
Professor Paola Quattrini at Sicily's principal university sees little sign of things getting better.
Dry seasons are longer, and when it rains in a very severe and violent way. So the soils are not able to absorb water.
Okay, this is what it is. This is exactly what it is. When it's dry like this, and then when it finally rains, it rains so fast, so violently, so much so that the earth doesn't have the capacity to absorb the water, and the floor or the ground become like a cement. It's just become like a cement. The water cannot permeate it properly, and then it just flow out so violently, and then no water reach the bottom, and it just go to the ocean or wherever, and they lost it.
There is runoff and erosion, soil erosion.
The word being used here is desertification, a process seen often in North Africa of once fertile areas being turned to arid wasteland.
But now it is happening right here in southern Europe. And without sustained, reliable rainfall of the kind there used to be just a decade or so ago, there seems little that human intervention can do to stop it.
There was once a river in this valley irrigating verdant hillsides. Today there's just water for a single orange grove. Farmer Francesco Capizzi can walk now where just a few years ago water flowed fast and deep. I asked him if he fears his land turning into a North African-style desert.
We are already very close. We feel the smell of the desert. For some years, the weather has been slowly pushing us towards this new era.
The collapse of agriculture on an island famed for its crops, its oranges, its vineyards. Unthinkable, surely, except that it may already have started.
Again, it's everywhere. There's nothing those people can do about it.
From Hurricane Ian, it only takes one storm to change the face of the coastline. Hello and welcome to Wink News. I'm Lois Tomey.
I'm Chris Safadi. Fort Myers Beach especially had to grapple with the idea of building up. Does it change the face of the beach too much? Leaders who run the town and the people who live there know a facelift is necessary, but as Wink News anchor Claire Galt found out, not everybody can afford it.
Oh man, I feel a tear.
Sue Haynes can't help but get emotional when she looks across the street and sees the big, tall, concrete homes towering above Acero Boulevard on Fort Myers Beach.
It's not their fault they're rich.
This is her sandy construction zone yards away. Her home used to stand here until Hurricane Ian ripped it to shreds. For 2 years, she lived in this RV in her driveway until Hurricanes Helene and Milton took that too.
Again, this is what we keep telling those people. It's gonna happen again and again and again. You're going to fight though. We know you were proud. You're going to lose your home. Oh, I'm gonna rebuild. You build it again. The hurricane took it down. Okay, well, I'm gonna get an RV. I'm not leaving. They get that too. Now you have nothing. When was Hurricane Ian? Okay. When was Hurricane Ian?
According to Wikipedia, Hurricane Ian was a devastating tropical cyclone which was the third costliest weather disaster on record worldwide, the deadliest hurricane to strike the state of Florida since the 1935 Labor Day hurricane, and the strongest hurricane to make landfall in Florida since Michael in 2018.
Okay, so that's like 2022, okay, September 2022, and he hit it the 83. We had the East Coast trouble all over this, okay, and people weren't paying attention. They were too worried about talking about the Jabity Ja. Let me see if we can get, if we have a video here. See, Big Levi, you know, the shadow bin our video. Hurricane Ian. Okay. Yeah, so they but if you go in 2022, if you go to our channel, let me see if I can find something here. Could be here. Here's a couple of the video that we done 2 years ago, 2020, 2020, 2022. Okay, the current increase of death and destruction, Walking Down Forever review. We had this. All right, so that's what it is. A bunch of the 10 plays. Number 9, no execution. We don't know what happened here, but this is not a good thing, you know. Sent me this 39 passenger, 19 no more. Lake Victoria. Okay, Lake Victoria, Victoria. One way.
Officers could smell alcohol on Tyson and described his movements as, quote,
this is what Judah can do. Okay? Crazy, all right? So now, you know, that's YouTube and stuff like that, okay? All right? That's Istanbul, okay? It's the earthquakes. Okay. This is 2 years ago, okay?
That rain more than...
Let me just stop this dude right here. This is not a good news. Those things actually, they don't do anything for the drought, brethren, okay? That's like you taking a glass of water and then drop it in the Sahara Desert or in Navajo, the Defo Valley, and then like, yay, I pour some water in the flow, so, you know, it's gonna do something, okay? The water is already receded, the drought is still going on, it's just there's a hell of a lot more damage, you know?
Then 61% of the state was in extreme drought or worse. Now, just 43%.
That's not true. That's a bunch of lies.
And even as this storm system moves on, all that water has to go somewhere, and this is the Pearl River. It is still rising. Officials say it's going to crest in major flood stage.
So yeah, Hurricane Ian and all of that, those people keep rebuilding. That was 2 years ago. She keep rebuilding, and hurricanes came in, and then there you go.
Just a job site now. It's not a home anymore. It's going to take a little bit of time to build a house.
New rules require new construction to be elevated. Sue can't afford to hire anyone to do it, so she's rebuilding herself, saving money to buy supplies and to replace the equipment she lost in the storms. But Sue said she's the exception. She fears the beach will soon become a haven for rich people and visitors.
It's going to look like coming up Hickory Boulevard on the beach. Everything's going to be a giant mansion.
Frank Fontaine lives a few streets over. Most of his neighbors and friends are already gone. Now for sale.
Most of his friends and neighbors already gone. Now, this is what excuse me. This is what people, oh, that's a good name right there, Lahaina Reality. This is what people think things going to be. Oh, well, rich people, oh, the rich are getting the beach, the rich are getting this, the rich are getting that. This is what it's going to be, okay? They can't build. They want rebuilt. And if anybody try to build here, oh, we're going to build a house that withstand a hurricane, there's no such thing as a house that could withstand any hurricane out there. If they even try to build anything that can stand a category 3, 4, the Holy One will send a category 6. If they try to build for any category 6, he'll send a category 9, a category 10. They can't. They won't. Okay? And then again, beloved, all these things is happening because of Genesis 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and they shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Yea, 16:19. Oh, okay. 16:19, 2019. The 400 years is up. That's why, again, right after 2019, 2020 hit, it was nothing but hell for those people. Things went downgrade so bad, so fast, and it never come up, and it shall never come up. It can't come. You folks can't come out of this because this is divine judgment. This has nothing to do with climate change, nothing to do with your elites. In fact, your elites are dying and they are fleeing. Just the other day, I was watching New Direction singer die. Okay, this fellow.
According to Reuters, One Direction singer Liam Payne dead after falling from Buenos Aires hotel balcony. Buenos Aires, October 16th, Reuters. Liam Payne, who shot to global fame with boy band One Direction, was found dead after he fell from a third-floor hotel room balcony in Buenos Aires, triggering an outpouring of tributes from fans.
So those are your singers, your elite young men. They are dying under mysterious circumstances. Okay? And a lot of actors and actresses, they are just dying. Some of them are falling, some of them this, some of them that, some of them, they just don't know what happened to them, but they said, well, they just die. They just die, and that's all. But this fellow, the other day, fell from a balcony in Argentina, and he's no more. He's no more. So your elites are not doing this. A bunch of rich guys. You got guys like this fellow, Elon Musk. This is what he's saying here. Let's see if I can...
Probably none of us will have a job. There will be, but in that benign scenario, there will be universal high income, not universal basic income, universal high income. There will be no shortage of goods or services. And I think the benign scenario is the most likely scenario, probably, I don't know, 80% likely if you ask, in my opinion. The question will not be one of lacking goods or services. You'll have, everyone will have access to as much in the way of goods and services as they would like. The question will really be one of meaning. Of how, if the computer can do, and the robots can do everything better than you, then what does your life have meaning?
Garbage after garbage after garbage. Well, we're going to have a universal income and robots going to take over, the AI going to take over. The same bull. Yet your robots and AI could not stop Hurricane Ian. They could not stop Elaine. They could not stop Milton. They cannot stop none of those things. You people have no robots, no AI that can do none of those things. The only thing your AI can do is write a few things here and a few things there and tell the same lies that you repeated. Remember, AI is machine learning. A machine, he learned, and whatever you put in there, that's what he learned from you. And you people have no wisdom, no knowledge. All you have is lies and deceit. That's what you taught your AI, and that's what they know. You know, oh, robot going to do this, robot going to do that. Get out of here. None of you do not have those technologies that you claim you have. Now you guys not going to Mars anymore. So he's not talking about him going to Mars anymore. You know, the robot's gonna be able to do everything. Get out of here. Your robot barely can work. You had this thing, Boston Dynamic robot dog. So remember this? They had this little robot thing doing stuff, and our people were so afraid. Well, Jacob's trouble will come. They're gonna use those little robots to take us down and stuff like that, because and things. Well, guess what? Boston Dynamic Robot Military Cancel Project. Big Dog is a dynamically stable quadruped military robot platform that was created in 2005 by Boston Dynamics with the Harvard University Concord Field Station. It was funded by DARPA, but the project was shelved after the Big Dog's gas engine was deemed too loud for combat. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. They are building those. A lot of those things are CGI. Okay? All right? For instance, those things. Let me see this one.
Boston Dynamics.
Okay.
New robots will make soldiers obsolete. Here's why. Military.
Okay, the new robots will make soldiers obsolete, and then they shelved the project, you know, and then they stopped the project.
Robotics technology is not far behind as our world becomes more advanced. If you have seen Corridor Digital's parody video,
those are all CGI. Those are CGI. CGI. That was a power.
You may know what the future will look like. Don't worry, the realism of that video is a testament to the advancements in visual effects at the Los Angeles production studio.
It was all visual effects. It's not real. It's not real. The real thing, when they try to make it, they realize this is impractical. They can't do this. Okay?
And not necessarily robotics. But to be honest, we are not far behind. And in this video, we will explore a company and its line of robots that are leading the charge to make soldiers obsolete. Boston Dynamics? If you haven't heard the name before, you may be surprised to know that a company is leading the charge in this area. They are called Boston Dynamics. Boston Dynamics has, over the years, gained popularity by sharing amazing demonstrations of their data in 2017. Company out of the way, let's look at the amazing line of their robots and why we think they will someday make soldiers obsolete.
There you go. This is the soldiers that will do. This is the robot that will do the work of the soldiers and stuff. And come to find out, they shelved the whole thing. Okay, they had a robot working in a grocery store. Robot fired after working in a grocery store. Robot. People always come up with bull. Robot's going to take over the job. There you go. Pepper, the robot, fired from grocery store for not being up to the job. This thing, they had this robot doing a job, and then
be taking our jobs in some industries, but humans offering customer service on the shop floor look as if they're safe for
so they have this nonsense working in a grocery store because they didn't want to hire people. Oh well, but it ended up in the fountain. They found it like drowning in the fountain. He just came out there and walked to the fountain.
The judgment comes after witnessing a recent trial of a pepper robot in a Scottish grocery store.
More garbage. more nonsense. This is what's going to take your job. This is what's going to replace human being.
You're in the way.
This thing is on the way. It can do anything.
Dude, what's your problem?
This is what those guys, will want. Robot going to take this. Robot going to do that. Robot, AI. Oh man, we're so in trouble. AI going to take over the world and stuff. It's all nonsense. Those things can 5 years ago, 6 years ago, those people were doing this nonsense because 2020 gonna be the year of the robot. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. The blessing is over. That's what that is.
Signs sit in yards.
We've kind of lost the identity of our neighborhood. And that's the thing that worries me the most.
Frank knows 2 back-to-back hurricanes in 2 weeks didn't help either.
I'm tired of worrying about my house flooding. I'm considering, if I can convince my wife, that we may want to go somewhere else.
Sue understands why her neighbors want to leave. I asked her why she fights to stay.
I don't know.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Sue knows the beach will never be the same. The homes, the neighbors, all changing. But the memories she's made here with her sister, she'll cherish forever. Claire Galtz, Wink News.
Wow, those are the typical Floridian. But anyway, that's it, man. This thing crushed everything. There's nothing you can do about it. Robots, my ass. Again, this is France. Alright. This is Global News. Alright, we watch the video. It's everywhere. Those folks are unable. Oh, Daniel Jourdan. Those people are unable to flee this. They cannot escape that. This is not escapable. This is not something. This is not escapable. This is not something you are able to avoid or get away from or try to go hide. It's everywhere. Okay, this dude out. Oh, his name is. Look at that guy name. Look at that guy got a guy name. He's a resident. And again, we know who's in the midst, man. We're not making this up. We know who's in the midst. People think when we brought those stuff out, it's just like we pick videos where the name is there or some kind of thing is there and then we do that on purpose. Nah, man. We know Michael is indeed in the midst and the angels are doing this. And those folks haven't seen nothing yet. There is a hell of a lot more stuff that's going to happen. Unprecedented stuff, things that never happened before, things we never seen before. See, those people are having food. Well, let's let this thing go. Those people are having food, ammunition, medication, and all sort of things just in case when this stuff happens, so they would survive. For instance, the people in Asheville, let's say they had food, medication, ammunition, and stuff. It's been 2 weeks now. You think the one that perished with all those things, you think they will survive? You think you can survive like that when you're completely cut off from the blessing? Okay, there you go. The flooding in southern France comes a week after remnants of Hurricane Kirk swept across Western Europe. We told you Kirk, which means church, was going to hit France, and it did. It did destroy a significant part of this town in France. Kirk, which means church. Is that what that is? Is that what the name Kirks mean? What does the name Kirks mean? No. What does the name Kirk means? Church. No, the Catholic Church. Yep, everything is destroyed, man. Destroyed. And then what you gonna do? How you gonna do this? You're going to rebuild. You're going to buy. This dude told you he bought a car that cost 30,000 euro. Michelle, let me see. He did say he bought a car. There you go, right here. Okay. We also had a truck worth 3,000 euro. We couldn't do anything. The firefighters couldn't retrieve it because it was risky. We lost the truck. That's it. Great glory. Let's keep on moving.
St. Pete fire crews have responded to a second fire in 3.
Oh, okay. We watched that again. Oh no, we haven't. Oh no, we watched the first one. How long we are into this thing? Okay, we watched the first one. Let's watch the second one now. Okay, this is homes evacuated after storm debris fire as scrap metal. This is the aftermath of Wilton. Okay, when they put all those debris for the storm there you go.
3 days at a storm debris site. Good evening, everyone. I'm Josh Benson.
And I'm Paul Lucero. Thanks for joining us for News Channel 8 on the CW Tampa Bay. The fire at the Aceros America St. Pete plant could be seen from the highway as thick smoke filled the sky. News Channel 8's Marilyn Parker joins us live from the scrapyard where it happened. And Marilyn, you covered both fires this week, so what was so different about this one?
Well, you know, both fires are still under investigation. Crews are just now wrapping up the scene, about to head out here. But, you know, fire rescue let us know that they're leaning towards the cause being that storm debris just stacked up against each other, possibly igniting that fire. I'm going to break this down a little bit more, but for right now, I want to remind you, you're going to want to separate your construction debris from your vegetative debris, from your furniture, and from those white goods to possibly prevent these fires from happening. The flames spread quickly. Suffocating smoke covered the street, forcing evacuations in Matthew Pritchard's neighborhood.
Like, I couldn't see my house from the other block earlier because it was so thick.
This scrapyard was storing hurricane storm debris.
Our whole street has been a line for 2 weeks of people just throwing away debris from the hurricane. It's been like out of control traffic.
There's been a push to get the debris out of neighborhoods as soon as possible. St. Pete Fire Rescue said they knew these fires would be a possibility. They said the pile at this yard was stacked 20 feet high and 50 feet wide.
They were really kind to open their doors and take in the metal debris. So we're asking people to separate their debris, and this is the reason.
Captain Swingle says the pile accessible all around, which helped in controlling the fire. Just Tuesday night, there was a fire at another storm debris site in St. Pete Beach. Crews got it under control quickly, but how soon before we see another fire at these sites? Captain Swing.
Again, this is what happened, beloved. It's just those people can't get any break. Hurricane, flooding, they deal with that. They can't get away with it. Now, fire, smoking, they can't get with that. Now, there is a fire, smoke things over there in Georgia where people are coughing up blood and things like that. I understand this, you know, we will get into that. In fact, once we're done with this, I'll get it, okay? We'll talk about this a little.
Swingle says you need to be doing your part.
Separate your stuff, because if you get anything that's flammable or anything that can bust, old gas can, if you think it's something, it's empty, keep that in the hazardous pile. So we don't want to keep that into a big debris pile that'll catch that on fire and possibly hurt other people.
I want you to take a look at your screen. This is the correct way to separate your debris. You're going to want to make 4 piles. One for construction debris like drywall, carpet, fences, and other flood impact.
Ain't nobody got time for this. We ain't gonna do that, man. The plague is everywhere. Georgia, chemical fire, people coughing up blood. Okay. Well, I really don't want to take those dudes. Okay. Now the reason, let me see. Okay, this is the fire that happened 2 weeks ago doing the thing. Okay, let's watch that. This one. Okay, this one is better. Let's watch this.
A huge fire at a chemical plant near Atlanta has forced people out of their homes and shut down a major interstate. You can see thick gray and orange smoke could be seen high in the sky above a biolab location in Conyers, Georgia. It's a facility that manufactures pool and spa products. Officials say a sprinkler malfunctioned around 5 in the morning, causing a chemical to catch fire in the building's roof. They say they do not know what type of specific type of chemical. So now questions remain over whether the air nearby is safe to breathe. No one was hurt.
One thing they are not, of course, beloved, once you get this fire, they'll see the post picture of all people, coughing up blood, and they will come and tell you their point of view and stuff like that. This is what they are not telling you. You see, when that thing happened 2 weeks ago, most of the smoke, it went straight up to western North Carolina. There were people already made video about how the smoke was affecting the folks that were in northwest North Carolina, or western North Carolina, excuse me. And they will take one person that look like us and make it seems like, yo, this thing is killing all of us, okay?
Worsen. Sorry. She said if my symptoms worsen, to go to the ER because they didn't have anything for chlorine gas exposure. At least a PSA.
Whenever it's us, it has to be sensualizing. Hey man, people coughing up blood out there, show their faces and things like that and stuff. But we know most of the damage is being done to you people out there. This thing literally, the smoke went straight up to Asheville, okay? Just to put this thing to rest, all right? Let's keep on moving. All right, let's do this.
The former president lobbing insults at his rival.
We have someone in the White House who can barely talk, barely put together two coherent sentences, but enough about Kamala Harris. Let's get on to something.
Trump also joking about the 2 assassination attempts against him.
I just don't see the point of taking shots at myself when other people have been shooting at me for a hell of a long time and they shoot.
Harris in a pre-recorded video alongside former SNL star Molly Shannon playing Catholic schoolgirl Mary Catherine Gallagher.
Is there anything that you think that maybe I shouldn't bring up tonight? Well, don't lie. Thou shalt not bear false witness to thy neighbor. Indeed, especially thy neighbor's election results.
Trump later attacking Harris over policy.
Our country is doing very badly.
And ending by thanking God for saving his life.
I can tell you. So with God's help, I know there is nothing that cannot be achieved.
Earlier, the vice president campaigning in Wisconsin, responding to a pair of anti-abortion rights protesters.
Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally. I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.
Blasting Trump over reproductive rights and for making this claim.
I'm the father of IVF.
What does that even mean? I think he has no idea what he's talking about. When it comes to the health care of women in America.
Harris also seizing on Trump's recent comments about January 6th.
That was a day of love.
The American people are exhausted with his gaslighting.
Also this morning, we are learning that Harris will be joining the Obamas on the campaign trail for the first time next week. She's going to be alongside former President Barack Obama next Thursday in Georgia, and then back here in Michigan with Michelle Obama making her first appearance on the campaign trail alongside Harris. Next weekend, former President Trump heads off to Pennsylvania this weekend. Back to you.
All hands on deck. Peter Alexander in Michigan this morning. Peter, thanks so much for.
That's right. That's what we think of your theater, and we ain't gonna vote. We are not going to vote. That is all. That is all. Okay. We ain't gonna vote for you. There shall be no voting here. Let's let you people rambling one more.
More on the state of the race. Let's bring in Kristen Welker. She, of course, is moderator of Meet the Press. Kristen, it's great to see you on a Friday morning. So, just over 2 weeks to go here. Closing arguments being made. That small sliver of undecided voters, people who are still on the fence here down the stretch. What are the arguments both campaigns are making today?
Willie, look, voters have made it clear what they want to see in this election is a candidate who represents change, and our latest poll really underscores that point. In September, Harris had a 9-point lead on Representative.
That's better. That's better. We're voting. We're not voting for you. We're not voting for you. 18 days until elections.
Questions surrounding the last election.
That's a nice number right there.
That's really going to be one of the key motivating factors in this election. One final note here, Willie. Our new NBC News poll shows that 62% of voters believe the upcoming election makes a great deal of difference in the count and in their vote. So really interesting.
This election, it's also many observers have noted that Vice President Harris gets much tougher and more veteran criticism of Donald Trump. Really, that's strategic regime.
Well, it's a great deal. We are seeing Vice President Harris start down the campaign, making Trump's new highlighting how she's going to go journey back to the trail. Now she has shifted back. Vice President trying.
And this is what I think of you expert out there. You scum of the earth. Let's move to the nitty gritty of this thing. All right.
It's been 19 days since my hometown, Swananoa, North Carolina, and surrounding areas were hit by the storm Helene. I know we've pretty much made it out of the news cycle, and a lot of people think things must be okay there now. Take a ride with me and let's go look just to see how normal things are here in Swananoa, North Carolina, 19 days after Helene.
All right, this is the damage. Oops. This is the damage that this thing does. Okay, it's been 2 weeks now, and this is how those people are leaving. And people start to forgetting about these things. Okay, they start forgetting about it. Now they are finding a way, try to focus on our people. They're trying to do whatever that they can right now to focus on, how we are getting it good. Well, Big Levi, black man was found hanging here. Black man was found. Our people been our people been hanging all around every day. It happened every day. It happened all the time. A lot of those folks, they are not truly our people, and a lot of them, they refuse to leave 83 sides. They want to be their friend. They want to hang out with them. They want to sleep with them. They want to go be around. They will defend them. They think they are their friend. Remember, there was a similar incident that happened in 2020 during the whole thing concerning the choking of the brother. And then you got this guy, he was cooking food for the cops. Okay, was giving food to them and then supporting the blue. A few weeks later, the cop shot and killed him. So those are the people, all right? Okay. Okay, well, oops. No, let's just replay that again.
Thick frost.
There you go.
So here's what I can say about Swannanoa. It's cold. Thick frost this morning.
Okay, it's super cold
it's
over
so
there.
Cold,
it's super cold.
Many people that still don't have power. There are a ton of people here volunteering, it seems like, anyway, from just what I've seen briefly yesterday. Like, I delivered to some people that they hadn't left their house since this happened. Like, they still don't have power. We took them some food, propane tanks, heaters, and there's just a lot happening. And if I can get across anything to you all, it's that you just can't, I don't think that any of us can fathom what happened here. Like, I don't think that you can understand the size of the river and how big the river got. Like, I went through this place called Old Fort yesterday, and it's like at the other side of Black Mountain, I think. I'm sorry if I'm getting my geography wrong, but it's kind of a whirlwind. The size of the river going through it would have been like, I don't know, 15 to 20 feet wide, okay? Like, that's from what I saw. Like, you get into the town, you cross a little bridge, like most old towns, you know, you can see where the water has been. It went like 2 football fields wide to being 26 feet high. Like, a mass amount of water came through and wasn't just water. It brought everything that had caught along the way. The trees, tractor trailers, cars, people. The earth moved. The earth moved. Like, the rock in Swannanoa, you can't even tell where the streets are, because it's just rock bed. Like, it's the riverbed has just washed through these towns. And like, while everybody's running around and trying to help, there's this underlying tone of like, what do we do? Like, what are we doing? It's scramble. It's like, it's fight or flight. It's fight or flight down here, really. I feel like, in a good way, in a all that we can do way. Like, it didn't seem like any major help here. I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong about that. This is all civilian people. This is all just. Also, I made a video yesterday, but I feel bad about, I don't know, I'm having mixed feelings about posting it. If you'll let me know what your input is on it. I don't want to be disrespectful. Like, I'm trying to bring awareness. Like, I want to spread awareness to let people know just how bad it is, so that you continue to donate to Cajun Navy and Samaritan's Purse. Don't give your money to the government. Give your money to people that are here. And I can vouch that those two groups are actively here. I saw Samaritan's Purse yesterday. This area is going to have to continue to have money. They don't have any, the businesses aren't open. There's nothing open. There's no power. They don't have any way to have money coming in to rebuild their houses that are just washed away. They're no longer a house. It's just a pile of.
All right. Oh, there we go. So, this is what happened when the hurricane, the storm passed, and those people are going to have to deal with the winter. And the winter is harsh over there, man. It's not even winter yet, and you can see this.
Here's what I can say about Swannanoa. It's cold. Thick frost this morning.
Okay.
It's getting so cold, and
and people are dying of hypothermia. It's getting bad. It's one thing after another. It's going to get real bad. Let's keep on moving.
I just want everyone to know that we are displaced due to Hurricane Helene from Western North Carolina. We cannot go home. We have no power, no food, no water, no nothing. We are spending $400 a night on a hotel due to price gouging in the surrounding areas because they know that people have nowhere to go.
Okay, so price gouging. Whenever something like that happened to our people and we complain and we say, well, this thing happened over there and we try to evacuate or we try to rent this hotel, but it's so expensive. Why they are doing this? You are the people that come in our comment board. You are the people that will say, be grateful. Stop complaining. You lucky you find a place. If you can buy it, get out of it. Well, if you can pay it, get out. If you can afford it, find another one. Stop complaining. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. Why? Because it was happening to us and nothing was happening to you. And then things like that, you just, hey, this will never happen to me because one, God, Jesus, got my back because I've been washing the blood of Jesus, amen. Second, I got insurance. And third, the government is out is for me, FEMA. Plus, I'm receiving free money every month. I don't care about that. Up until now.
We applied for FEMA, myself and my sister applied. My sister applied first. She got denied. I said, okay, let me try. I applied. We got denied. So we have both been denied FEMA assistance. So everyone's saying FEMA is helping $750. And by the way, that $750 wouldn't even cover 2 nights at this hotel. So I just want everyone to know that FEMA sucks and President's doing nothing and we are stuck here. I am blowing through all my savings in a hotel to escape a natural disaster. So, fuck you, FEMA. And by the way, do not donate to Red Cross, donate to Samaritan's Purse or...
So, again, now everybody's FEMA, everybody's this, everybody. You people were the one that started with the whole Jacob's trouble, how FEMA is going to get our men and women, put them in camp, gas them, kill them because, I don't know, they don't want to worship, what Jesus or whatever. Here's another thing. See, you people don't know what the hell FEMA is truly doing to you. There's a few conspiracy theories here and there, and you truly don't know because you haven't been you people have not been truly in the hand of FEMA. In 2020, when this thing hit, and 2021, 2022, around 2022, a lot of people were being no more. And you people were out there meddling, and like always, you never want to face the real consequences. You never want to face the real judgment, the truth, by saying, hey, this thing is godly, it's divine, it comes from the Most High God Almighty. And the reason why it's happening, because the 400 years is over, the reason why this is happening, because we had raped, robbed, murdered, and killed, and stole from the children of God, which is black people that we're calling black. They are the true children, the true Israelites, the true people of the book, the children of the light, the master of darkness, the Atlantean. They are the original. They are everything. We stole everything from them. And this is the reason why those things are happening to us as a form of punishment, retribution, redemption unto them. And this is why those things are happening. No, you avoid stuff. And when you were doing this in 2020, 2021, and 2022, FEMA was slowly, quietly burying you guys, burning those bodies. Okay? For instance, how many casualties did the COVID-19 took? U.S. death of COVID-19 total. Okay, they keep. What was the total death for the COVID-19 in the US. Okay, they don't want to release it. They usually they will give you any data, they don't want to. Okay. Okay, well, the death was 1.2 million. Just like they told you people, the death over there in North Carolina is 202 or 200. And then here they told you the death is 1.2. That's all. And most of those deaths were black people, elderly, and stuff. And they say the recovery is 109,814,428, which most likely could be the number of deaths. They just switch it because you people are very good at lying and hiding numbers. That's all you've been doing. FEMA were doing stuff out there silently. You people weren't paying attention because you were too busy talking about R. Kelly, and just like now, a lot of people are too busy talking about Mr. Sean Combs, as if this is the first time this thing happened. The people are so like, oh, I'm so mad at him. Were you there? Were you there? Is it true? Well, it got to be true because this person said that person said this, but now 109 million of you people are no more, and that's why you are bringing those immigrants here, those migrants, those invaders, to padded that number. And then a lot of them perish. So that's what FEMA been doing to you guys, and then now FEMA and all that nonsense.
Or to me, because we are bringing supplies in, donate to the victims directly. I'm not taking any of the money for myself. I don't like accepting anything. We are sending truckloads in from a friend who lives out in Greenville. So, and when we get to go back, we will bring a full truck of supplies. So don't donate to these big organizations because we're not getting any of it. None.
There you go.
I just got a call from Dan at the Double Island Fire Department in North Carolina, which is where we actually just made that delivery of like heaters and propane and charcoal and some other stuff. But he said that people are coming out of the woodworks looking for heat because it's so cold. I think he said it's getting in the 20s with like 25 mile an hour winds. So I told him we have all been trying to go ahead and get more heaters and grills and propane and all the things to send back up there. And it's not just them, like we have other places that need it too. So if you are able to gather any of that stuff, or can just share the information to get it out there so we can get as much as we can and disperse it to different places, it would really be appreciated. I personally hate to be cold. It puts me in a bad mood almost, and I cannot imagine being stuck with no power and literally freezing, especially for like little kids. So if you're able to help us get heaters, he said he would send me a picture of kind of like the combination of things they've been giving people. I think it's like a little buddy heater and a couple of things of propane and one of those
those things won't do anything.
Alerts. So I will post that picture in the comments also so y'all can look at it. But anything that you're able to give is greatly appreciated. But we are really trying to focus on ways to keep everybody warm. So thanks a lot, guys.
Well, it won't do anything. Those little whatever those people have, those little heaters and stuff like that, it won't do anything. Now notice one thing with those videos, beloved. Whenever those people are talking, they always bring you the problem, which is true, and then after that, hey, don't give FEMA and Red Cross and all those major niggas nothing, man. Give this ish to me, and I'm gonna give it to them. Okay, go to this, go to that. I'm gonna give it to this. For those of you that are old enough, you remember those people always have those commercial in there. Let me see. 1990s hunger African commercial. Okay. There you go. Is that what that is? Okay. There you go.
Across the Horn of Africa, up to 10 million people are being affected by the worst drought for more than 50 years.
Unless we can scale up our operations.
There you go. It is always those people go in some country that have a lot of black folk, and they will just play the hero. They will save the children, while your pope, your priest, your pastors are raping them or doing this. Look at the faces of those children. Look at their smiles. Do those people look like they are in hunger, or they are dying of hunger or starvation? The children that they are showing you in the beginning, such as this, those are sick children. They are born with certain disease. Look at the skin of the mother. Look at how lush she is. Always look at the other children in the background, in the face of the people. Those are children that are sick, but you people always come up with hunger, okay?
Unless we can scale up our operations to meet the growing need, this crisis could turn into a catastrophe.
Okay, always love to put the face of people that look like us in there, and showing up like, hey man, you know, people are losing, donate so we will feed them. Okay, those are sick kids, all right? And then they are showing you like Somalia and things like that. Those children are dying
in 2011.
of hunger.
What the international community failed to do was act early. In terms of lessons learned, it's get in there early. It's let's respond now.
The biggest thing at stake at the moment is human lives.
Okay, those are sick children. Doesn't mean they are dying of hunger and starvation. Okay? All right. There we go. 1987.
For about 70 cents, you can buy a can of soda, regular or diet. In Ethiopia, for just 70 cents a day, you can feed a child like Jamal nourishing meals. For about 70 cents, you can also buy a cup of coffee. In Guatemala, for 70 cents a day, you can help a child like Vilma get the clothes she needs to attend school. For about 70 cents, you can buy a pack of gum, plain or sugarless. In Central America, for 70 cents a day, you could help a child like Maria, who received an operation to restore her sight. Since 1938, Christian Children's Fund has helped children of many faiths and their communities with food, medical care, clothing, a chance to go to school, or whatever is needed most.
Today, so many children around the world still need your help. And through Christian Children's Fund, you can reach out to one of them by sharing, well, just a little of your pocket change. It takes so little for you to become a special friend to a child in a developing country, but boy, the good it can do is worth more than you can imagine. Why don't you call this toll-free number right now to learn more about CCF? As a sponsor, you can exchange photos and letters with your sponsored child. Every letter you get back will show you the growth and progress you've helped make possible.
So when you people were running those commercials, and we told those folks, those children, they never received those money. They never received those help. Some of you guys been there since the 1930s. Still, you are coming now and say they are still hungry there. You never resolved the issue. You people love putting this on TVs. You love doing that.
The grips of a growing hunger crisis.
Okay?
I've been witnessing the devastating.
You love doing this. You will find sick kids, all right? And the people over there don't need you to feed them. They can feed themselves. They have food. They got everything. It's just you people always go over there, bomb everything, murdering and rape kids, murdering and rape men, women, and everything. And then you push them away, and then you will take the sick, you make the little video like this, send money.
The lack of nutritious food is weakening children's immune systems.
And that's what you people do.
Simple diseases like diarrhea,
all right?
Which can kill if the body has no strength left to fight them. The most severe cases are brought to stabilization centers like the one I visited in Aguier in southern Niger. Here they're provided with life-saving treatment.
Those are sick kids. They have other disease. They are not suffering from hunger and stuff like that. That's not what that is. They just have a couple other disease, other things that prevented them to be like this. Okay, this child is not dying from hunger. They just have other specific disease, and then you guys are showing their faces all over the world and things like that. That's 12 years ago. Okay. 12 years ago. Okay, that's what you people do. Whenever it's us, you will put pictures like that, and then do this and do all those things. And then now you people there, begging, so you will donate. Don't give to Red Cross. Don't give to FEMA. What do you mean? Are you telling me like FEMA and Red Cross don't give the money to the people? Are you telling me all those money that people been sending to so-called black folk, black children, when they told you they never receive it, when you say, well, you people, your government is co-op. This is co-op. You people are co-op. You guys are the most co-opted people on the planet. You did this, you did that with the money. You do drugs with it. And then now there you go. And you people are here begging. I don't know what this guy is worried about, what he is begging about, but let's watch this.
So I survived the floods of Asheville, North Carolina, Western North Carolina. I'd like to show you something. So those were tents of people in my community living in the wreckage of what's left of their home. It was 31 degrees last night, and it's only going to get colder in the mountains. And we're getting a lot of attention for a lot of things. A lot of things are being said about Western North Carolina right now. But we need to keep the main thing is that these people are cold, and they're homeless, and they need things to live and survive. And so we're asking for help, and we need to keep that the focus. And if it moves you to donate, check out my GoFund page. It's in my bio. But you know what? Also, check out places like Beloved Asheville. They're a wonderful nonprofit charity that are doing amazing work right on the front lines with food and clothing and things that we need up in Appalachia as it gets colder. And from the bottom of our hearts in Western North Carolina, we thank you.
Okay. So your people are now sleeping in tent and the debris. Okay. All right. Well, Haiti, tent city earthquake. Okay. There you go.
Hundreds of thousands of people are now living on the streets in Haiti. The huge number of homeless.
Look at the smile on her face.
Is the latest crisis to emerge in the wake of the earthquake 9 days ago. Most of the survivors are still desperate for food and water. And while the aid is starting to get through, it's still happening too slowly for many of them. The Haitian government is promising to build a tent city outside the capital to house up to 400,000 people. And some Haitians have begun leaving the ruined city. ABC correspondent Philip Williams reports from Port-au-Prince.
There is no doubt the humanitarian operation is improving.
Okay, this is how you show our people when you're giving them the food, and then they were fighting, pushing each other. This is what you showed. But we never seen any footage come out of North Carolina where people are looting and killing and shooting each other. You just report it, and the guy have the videos. Is like, I'm not gonna release Haitian, but this is what you used to do.
But aid distribution is still chaotic.
There you go.
Even
this is how you humiliated
right
our people.
Where aid comes in, can't get enough water. With the airport choked, the port is the other vital lifeline, but not in its current state. The Americans have managed to reopen one part, but it's risky.
Losing this pier will lose the majority of us being able to bring the humanitarian needs in. If it goes in the water, we almost shut down.
The Haitian government says people should leave the capital. Some are heeding that advice. It's promised tent cities to house 400,000 people will be built on the outskirts of the capital, but can't say when. It's a place the people of this poor and devastated valley in Port-au-Prince would love to flee to. In the ruins of this shanty town, these people tell me they've received no food, drinking water or shelter. There's nothing to eat, so we put salt under our tongues, says this man, and for the children we mix water with salt and sugar. 8-year-old Widgie Populaire does what all do here, join the daily hunt for water. No time to mourn his mother or brother killed in the earthquake. He tells me he hasn't eaten, he's hungry and thirsty. Despite some efforts to repair a few houses, this is an unstable and dangerous place where you can smell the rotting corpses. In this one house behind me, 11 people were killed and their bodies still haven't been recovered. In fact, this whole area looks like a bomb has hit it. But it's not the dead that are worrying people now, it's how to save the living. God help us, she shouts. In this valley, so far, no one else has. Philip Williams, ABC News, Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
So this is what you were showing, the tent cities, and now people are living in tents. Look at all those tents right here, and nobody say anything. Nobody do anything.
Nowhere to go. Hundreds of thousands made homeless by the earthquake which struck Haiti 3 years ago and now facing eviction from their emergency shelters. According to a damning report by Amnesty International, 65,000 people have been illegally removed from camps since 2010. It appears landlords are getting impatient with tents pitched on their property. These people have been victimized for months with the threat of being evicted. Sometimes they're being attacked by uniformed officers and sometimes plainclothes people in the middle of the night.
And what did you people do? You just sit there, you act like you are helping, you act like you are getting notes, you act like all the... We are telling you what's going on. Send us the money and then we will help. That's what you people always do.
Who arrive with knives and machetes and destroy tents. 3 years on from the disaster, 320,000 people remain in camps. The report claims that the government has condoned evictions. Justice Minister Jean Sanon rejected this claim and reminded the police not to get involved in forced expulsions, which threaten the lives of the most vulnerable.
And that's what you people did. Okay, that's what you people did. All right? And then now you're facing the same thing. And, oh, well, we're not getting that. We're getting their attention, but we are not getting their attention. We are getting this, but we are not getting that. This is your time now. This is your moment. That's what that is. All right?
The hills around Asheville, it's really been hard for...
Okay, those are a lot of people running commercial and stuff like that. But, okay, I think we're good. Let's keep on moving. We already did this. Did that. Okay. This is Atlanta, September 27th.
Rainfall that fell from Hurricane Helena, the preceding event. It's about 40 trillion gallon. Converted to acre feet, that is 100.
Okay, 40 trillion gallon. I think we talked about this on the last Esau's Trouble. 40 trillion, and we watched the Italian, whatever. Yeah. All right, a part of Italy is being flooded. Okay, another part is drying out. There's a drought.
On Wednesday, October 16th, the region of Liguria, Italy, was hit by a fierce wave of bad weather, causing severe disruption across the northwestern part of the country. Heavy rainfall battered the region, pushing rivers to their limits, with several breaking their banks, leading to widespread flooding. In the Savona area, the Bormida River overflowed, submerging the towns of Farania, Altar, and Cairo Montanat, leaving residents scrambling to protect their homes and property.
There you go, just like France, this is Italy.
The streets turned into rivers, with floodwaters rushing through residential areas, while emergency crews worked tirelessly to respond to the growing crisis.
This was Italy, all right? Great glory.
The 8K family.
Have you ever felt a deep yearning for spiritual growth but didn't know where to start? What if I told you there's a guide that can lead you through every step? Introducing the 8K Family Handbook. This comprehensive guide is your ultimate companion for spiritual empowerment, offering invaluable insights and practical steps to enhance your spiritual journey. What's inside? Perform spiritual background checks. Learn how to assess spiritual energies and protect yourself from negative influences. Connect with your guardian angel. Discover methods to establish a strong, supportive relationship with your guardian angel for guidance and protection. Develop your magical abilities. Unleash your innate magical potential with step-by-step instructions and exercises tailored for all levels. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned practitioner, the 8K Family Handbook provides the tools and knowledge you need to elevate your spiritual practice. Begin your journey to empowerment and enlightenment today. Available now on Amazon.com.
All right, again, you can get the book. All right, this is our book. You can get it. Do your best to study to show thyself approved. Who's your guardian angel? What's your color? And all that. So, you need to do this. So, let's keep on moving, beloved. This is Japan right here. Okay. There we go. All right, this is in Japan and China too, but mostly in Japan they got this is what those people are going out there to look like us now, to have the fro, the jab fro and things like that. This is all the stuff they are going to, So this is what they are doing for their hair to look like us, to have waves and things like that. Where something that's come naturally onto us. Now, why isn't a brother go over there and open a barber shop? Why can't a brother not even go over there and open a barber shop, but have a channel and that translate things to Japanese and show them, have classes, have them sign up and make money out of that? Most of our people won't do this. Well, we'll rage, but we won't take advantage of that. So I just wanted to bring that to their attention, okay? All right, this is again much more from Milton. Now those are the resorts, the millionaires and the rich folks over there. Crushed everything.
Residents allowed to come back, Robert, but not necessarily to return to their residence full time, but more than likely to assess what's left of their belongings.
Yeah, that's exactly what is happening here. Good morning from Manasota Key, basically in between Fort Myers Beach and Sarasota. Really a gem, a beautiful spot here on the Gulf Coast, and without exaggeration, by far in our journeys this week covering the aftermath all the way up and down the Gulf Coast, this is the worst structural damage that we have seen and experienced with our own eyes. And behind me is the Manasota Resort here, Manasota Key Resort, a place that's been here for decades, a staple for many families, an institution really, and unfortunately, it is in bad shape, and I'm joined here by Ray and Megan, both of you with the Manasota Key Resort. Great to see you. Great to see you, Megan. Thank you for being with us. First of all, we're sorry about what has occurred here. We know you guys are going through just insurmountable challenges. What happened? I'll start with you, Ray. When Milton came in,
it just started taking everything in its path. I think here for this storm, it was more the water than anything. Anywhere that our seawall had failed, it took buildings, it took plants, it took roads and parking lots. It just crushed everything right up and washed it away. We're still trying to locate certain areas and certain things. We don't even know where they are. It's just nothing like we've ever seen before. Even through Ian and Helene just a few weeks ago, this is definitely by far the worst we've ever seen the resort. And really the whole key. I mean, it's not just us; it's everybody on the island all the way up to the north end. We're all in this together, and we're all just, I think, just dumbfounded on how powerful this thing actually turned out to be. And how
this is it. We're all in this together. No, sir, we are not in this together. Our people don't live nowhere near this, and your people are just destroyed. Again, beloved, they don't show you the destruction. They don't show you the despair. They just show you how those people standing there and explain to you stuff. All right, and how they're going to rebuild, how they are strong, and things like that.
we were able to evacuate well ahead of this storm. We sent people as far as Georgia. Some went to Orlando and were safe. But everyone's all, accounted for, their homes, because they're all on the mainland for the most.
That's what Milton did, okay? Well, we don't care.
And we are continuing to follow that tragic bridge collapse in Simpson County that left 3 dead and 3 critically injured. 12 News' Cameron Smith is there. And Cameron, what update can you give us?
Melanie, the crews have now left the scene, which means that they have recovered. They found that 3rd deceased body that was out there. As Simpson County Sheriff Paul Mullins says, they were trying to recover the body without causing any more structural damage to the bridge.
It was bad. It's a tragic thing today.
That's Frances Odom reacting to what she heard and saw this afternoon after 3 people died and at least 3 were injured from a bridge collapse. MDOT says the bridge collapsed while work was being done at the site.
138, you know what to do. So Mississippi been on my radar lately. Not quite sure what's going to happen over there in Mississippi, but our people is protected. But there's a bridge that collapsed. 3 people are no more and 3 are gravely injured.
Sheriff Mullins describes what he saw when he arrived on scene.
I found a piece of equipment that had fell along with the bridge down to the river.
Odom says she could hear one of the injured as they were being carried out.
They brought him out on a little side-by-side. And
Frances Odom. Odom. What does the name Odom means? No, but not Adam. What does the name Odom means? There you go. Son-in-law or brother-in-law? Son-in-law, mother-in-law. From the Middle English word Odam, which came from the Old English words atom and Adam. Okay. All right. I want to put an E there. That's what I want to put. I want to put an E there. Francis or Frances. France.
And he screamed the whole entire time until they loaded him in the ambulance.
The conditions of the 3 people injured are not known at this time. Alicia Camper was going out to pick up her kids when she noticed law enforcement and emergency vehicles driving towards the bridge. She says several helicopters also flew in.
It's a very sad situation. I'm praying for all of the families involved. Like, stuff don't happen like this around here, and this is just a sad occasion.
Make sure you got somebody there that look like us, always praying for people. Over here, beloved, we are not praying, okay?
So it's sad.
According to MDOT, the bridge closed on September 18th as part of a bridge replacement project. My thoughts and prayers go out to the families of the 3 who tragically lost their lives this afternoon. This is a developing story. Stay with 12 News. We will provide you those new details on air and online as we get them. Reporting live in Simpson County, Cameron Smith, 12 News.
All right, let's take the last video.
Amid the broken power poles, there is a massive effort throughout dozens of western North Carolina communities to clean up debris left behind by Helene. And as you can imagine, some of the splintered wood and shifted ground is making that cleanup very difficult. What's also playing out in part of the recovery is the weather. Crews are repairing roads and pulling wreckage from creeks in temperatures this week close to freezing. Queen City News reporter Daniel Pierce traveled to the town of Todd to get a glimpse of what people are doing in the race against Old Man Winter.
Todd, a community of around 2,200 people just north of Boone. In 20 days, it survived intense rescue mode. Now,
we're seeing light at the end of the tunnel. For sure.
Setting off to endure the long haul of recovery and rebuilding. At least, that's how Kelly McCoy sees it.
The furthest I could go to was right here, and all this was underwater.
Helene transformed the face of her slice of the mountain.
Kind of rearranged the furniture a little bit.
And ever since, her business, River Girl Fishing Company, has been base operations for cleanup.
I have to give the credit to my wife, Renata, because we're going to have missions laid out, and we're going to find out who's got the chainsaws, who's got the skid steers.
Thursday afternoon, it was here, along South Fork New River, where crews waded in waist-deep water to pull out this Toyota 4Runner.
This would be our 5th river recovery of vehicles and RVs.
Dylan Barrow and his crew drove hours to help people like Javier Delgado, who lost his home and his new car.
We actually bought it this summer, so.
Again, it is quite cold. Remember being in like 20 degrees in the water like that, infested with dead bodies and stuff. It's not gonna be good for you.
We can be grateful that we're still here, and hopefully we can build for the future.
Access to these places has delayed getting some of the debris out, and now crews face the cold weather.
Pretty cold. It's pretty cold. I've already gotten wet once.
And it's not just taking weeks to get to some of the debris that is inside the creek or up in the trees. It's also, for some of the people that live here, taken about a week to find sites like this, a bridge that has just been uprooted and carried several feet from where it was, all by Mother Nature.
I've only seen 20% of the damage. And that's someone who's on the fire department.
The 20% that she's seen, she's been trying to help fix, like bridges cluttered with tree limbs, roads crumbling at the edges, or driveways that have been decimated.
They need that fixed so they can get in and out of their houses.
While people along the Blue Ridge begin to heal, they do so against the ticking clock of Mother Nature.
It snowed up on beach, and it snowed at our house 2 days ago.
But in Todd, they'll tackle it together. Daniel Pierce.
But these folks...
Again, 2 days ago it snowed, it's cold, they don't have power, and those people are dying. That's what happened, and that's what it is. Now, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, we are calling a 7-day fast. This fast will be the do not vote fast. This is the fast that we, the 1%, will not vote. Our people that are here won't vote. The fast will start from sunup on October, which will be Wednesday, October the 30th, 2024, and it will end it on November 5th, 2024, which would be a Tuesday. So 7 days. This is a fast against the election. This is a fast for our people not to get involved with garbage. The 1%. We only need the 1% to participate in that. We will not vote. We won't vote. This is a fast against that. Will you join us? Will you once more fight on our side? Will you once more stay home on the 5th and don't vote? Will you once more pray with us? The schedule will be the typical schedule we had for years. The prayer will begin at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time. We ask you to be there at 12. Be there 15 minutes early if you can, so we may begin the prayer, okay? Because we need to pray against those people and pray against the system and get this ish done with, because we already took down their religion. The government is done. 25th, 30th to the 5th, we're gonna put the final nail in the coffin and done with these people. And again, beloved, thank you for watching. You can get the book. We'll leave you with love. We'll leave you with peace. We say shalom.
The 8K family.
Have you ever felt a deep yearning for spiritual growth but didn't know where to start? What if I told you there's a guide that can lead you through every step? Introducing the 8K Family Handbook. This comprehensive guide is your ultimate companion for spiritual empowerment, offering invaluable insights and practical steps to enhance your spiritual journey. What's inside? Perform spiritual background checks. Learn how to assess spiritual energies and protect yourself from negative influences. Connect with your guardian angel. Discover methods to establish a strong, supportive relationship with your guardian angel for guidance and protection. Develop your magical abilities. Unleash your innate magical potential with step-by-step instructions and exercises tailored for all levels. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned practitioner, the 8K Family Handbook provides the tools and knowledge you need to elevate your spiritual practice. Begin your journey to empowerment and enlightenment today. Available now on Amazon.com.